Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Rome 2 siege battle for you today, and this is a great 4v4 sent in by a member of the Discord. And as you can see here, we have some Dacian cavalry riding forward in a huge sally out by Sparta, Getae, which is basically Dacia, and also we have Saba here as well, all sallying out and going after Arverni here. And as you can see, we have Arverni, we have Rome, Egypt, and the Adrician Kingdom that are taking part in the attack, while we have Sparta, we have Getae, we have Saba, and we have... who else do we have? We also have Carthage, of course. How could I not see Carthage all the way over there taking part in this siege? So it's going to be a really good one, I have a feeling. As we're starting off with a sally, when there's always a sally in a siege, that's always a good sign. And we have some strong factions here today, so I mean, that also helps. Like Sparta and Rome, you can't go wrong with those two in the battle. So as we'll go back to normal speed, as some citizen cav here is sallying out, and this isn't great cav, but it's pretty solid. Like, it'll do like damage to archers and maybe some of these like lighter sword units like the Celtic warriors over here, but I wouldn't expect it to go after any of these chosen swords. And I think it's trying to bait out like certainly like the general and some of these swords, so the Getae and Saba can go after the archers. But Saba needs to be careful. He's got a general out here, which is a really ballsy move. And here we go. It looks like, yeah, these Celtic bowmen are going to feel... I thought they were going to feel the wrath of the cavalry, but it doesn't look like they are. Maybe they are. Yes, here we go. They're getting javies in the back. And in they go, yeah. Oh, no, they peeled off right at the last moment. Oh, they went after these swords. These swords countered them. I see. And, yeah, those archers actually kind of got that out of that okay. Looks like the... yes, definitely send the Sabaean general and try and get this noble horse, but he could be okay because they haven't got any like infantry of their own to support. Oh, that's a nice charge there, though. You can see all of those infantry just knocked over by the Dacian cavalry. What Dacian cavalry is that called? Oh, just spear horsemen. Very imaginative name there. And yeah, like you can see these Oathsworn just getting absolutely like not bothered at all by these citizen cavalry. They're just killing them off quite easily. And there you go, Celtic warriors dead. That is a very good unit to go after and kill with cavalry. The general over here, he's doing okay, he's surviving. We've got artillery that looks like it's firing off the walls and trying to help kill this cavalry, which is not a bad idea, but you could definitely route your own troops like you're doing just now. So it's a bit risky. And as you can see, we've got some naked warriors in here now helping. This is another good unit also to go after with cavalry. Charge it. I definitely get the cavalry, like what you can get out, like these citizen cav, they're broken. Get these mercenary Himyar cav out of there, definitely. And maybe the Marib general as well. Well, not the Sabaean general out of there is what I was trying to say. I don't know what Carthage is exactly doing. I guess he's keeping his army in reserve. Just lining up quite nicely. Let's just like look at this. It's all hidden here, but look at that. It looks amazing. There's rank upon rank of Carthaginian infantry. We've got Italians, we've got Libyans, we've got noble fighters, all sorts. Samnite warriors. Looks amazing. And I mean, this is interesting. We don't often see the Adrician Kingdom used in a siege because they don't have the greatest infantry. Like, they've got a lot of shock infantry. Like these Thracian warriors, they are like really, really good shock infantry. They've got like these huge swords. The Falks, they're a Falksman unit. And yeah, they're really good for flanking, but they obviously are very, very vulnerable to archer fire. So it's like a big risk bringing them. I mean, it looks like they're bringing, yeah, a lot of Thracian warriors. Got mercenary hoplites here. These are really chevroned up. Wow. And yeah, that's kind of it. And he's got some archers. He's got some Thracian bows. So that's not a bad idea. But yeah, the faction's very vulnerable to archers generally, apart from those hoplites. And yeah, this... Okay. This cavalry... Oh my god, Carthage is bringing his general around as well, and another unit of cavalry. We've got some Carthaginian cavalry here. Also taking out some Gallic hunters. So that's not a bad idea. So they were all involved in it. Carthage is just late to the pie. Though I think Saba needs to get his general out of here. This is getting a little risky now. He's going to charge these naked warriors. That's not a bad idea. No, he's peeled off again at the last moment. They seem to be just like pulling out of a lot of combats like at the last moment. It's not a bad idea. Oh, he's going to charge these units here. I think he is. I charge these guys. These thorax, if you charge them head on, they'll just crumple just as easily. Well, he's going to catch them. Oh, this is going to be painful for the general. Wow, that's at least half a dozen units that just like, or half a dozen men out of that unit that just died, if not more. Wow, that was a 70 man unit at one point. It's not down to 50. I mean, they are actually doing a lot of damage to our Arverni, but they're losing a lot of like units of their own, and they could lose a general here. I don't know if Saba has lost his general, No, he's still alive. He's in a risky position here, though. He needs to get out of this. Who is this? Thorax swords again. These noble horsemen here charging these guys down. They need to be careful. Need to be careful. But yeah, I haven't actually started any infantry assaults. I mean, Rome has just now got inside the city. What's he got waiting for him? Some mass gap marauders. Nothing impressive in caravan guard. Yeah, really nothing impressive. He should be able to break them with these legionnaires. And Praetorian Guard. Wow, silver chevron Praetorian Guard. This is a nasty, nasty Roman force then, I imagine. More legionnaires. Can't see anything apart from, yeah, maybe it's just a lot of legionnaires and 1 unit of Praetorians. Might be the case. I mean, there might be more in here. Who knows? But yeah, he looks like he's already going to start the assault. Like these Mazgat marauders waiting for the legionnaires of Rome. And we've got some Thracians landing on over here as well. But yeah, if you'd like to see some more Rome 2 on the channel, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and leave a comment to show your support. Always appreciated, and can't thank you guys enough for all your support. And there you go. Anyway, just like this unit here, Mercenary Axe Warriors, it's throwing its jabbies when it really should just be holding fire. But yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for your support. We've already got to 2,100 subscribers, and yeah, let's just keep going. It's amazing how well we've done. I can't wait to see how far we can get, like with the remaining of 2020. 2020 may have been a bit of a rough year, but getting to 2,000 subscribers is certainly a 1+. Yeah, these Mazgat marauders get absolutely destroyed by these legionaries, though. There's a lot of jabbies being thrown now by the remainder of the Mazgat marauders all the way back there. You can see all these guys waiting. They're doing quite a lot of damage to these legionaries. But that's fine. There's plenty more to come. If Rome faces just Saba, he's in a good spot. I mean, there's definitely a chance that he'll have to face something like Sparta and also Carthage. Because I don't think that like Arverni's going to be attacking much over here. He's already destroyed. He's made a hole in the wall, and now we've got Sparta coming out with Perioikoi spears. This I'm not sure about. I mean, yes, you could definitely take out this Celtic Ballista. I'd definitely do that, but I don't know about sending out anything else. Just send out like there's cavalry that he's definitely like. They've still got cavalry around here. Actually, no, maybe not. They're about to lose their cavalry, I think, in this fight here with the Celtic warriors. Carthage needs to be careful with his general. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what Arverni was doing exactly here, but he's just lost his Celtic Ballista for absolutely no reason. And this probably still had ammo. And these poor guys now getting murdered by Spartans. I guess they're just protecting the flank. But, I mean, Arverni just doesn't seem to care. He's still trying to reorganize the rest of his front. I get these 2 units back inside, defend the breach. And then not worry about anything else. What was this? Spartan hoplite. I presume this was on the wall. Yeah, you can see this was on the wall or a bit behind the wall. You need to be careful. You need to keep an eye on stuff when you're getting shot at by artillery, like what you're doing. Looks like they're going to try and slow down these siege towers again, just attack them. I wouldn't worry about it. I just wouldn't bother. Just get your men back inside. These guys, like, your Spartans are good, but not this good. They don't fight well in the field. Back on this side anyway, Rome is heavily blobbing up here. Bad idea. Going to get focused down a lot by archers. Like Saba, I mean, he's got terrible archers as Saba, wherever they are. They're over here. There's Sabaean archers here. You can already see they're losing a lot of men. But yeah, these guys are pretty low armor, and they don't do a lot of like armor piercing, but even they will do well against like all of this like blobbing. I mean, they are forming testudo, the Romans. That's quite smart, but I don't know if it'll be enough. And you can see the legionaries here going in testudo again. They're getting ready. What they're going to face, some Maribor guards, so a bit of a more well, a stronger unit, we'll put it like that. I wouldn't say it was a really strong unit. I think still the legionaries could get through this. It's a spear unit. Swords in Rome 2 will beat spears 9 times out of 10. And it looks like these Thracian warriors don't know what they're quite doing. Over here you can see they are winning. And they're going to win in like the initial combat. They do really well with their charge bonus. But yeah, I mean, they're also fighting medium spears. They're not doing that like amazing. These axe warriors, though, might have a bit more joy. And you can see they're turning around. They're going to face them now with their big old swords. Get a bit of a charge bonus off. But the longer they stay in combat and the more tired they get, the quicker they die. So, I mean, you need to rest them after you've used them a bit. And, I mean, also, like, their HP goes down quite quickly, obviously, because they don't have a shield to stop them. Like, they've got a tiny little thing, but it's not really going to save them. Let's watch, like, this guy here. Look at him. He'll take some names with him. He's on, like, a 3v1. He doesn't care. Oh, no, he does. He's dead. That's how much he cares. Yeah, it is good to see Thrace, or Drissing Kingdom, whatever you want to call it, on the channel again. It's an interesting play to be put like that. You have to be really aggressive, like, if you're going to do it. But you also have to have, like, a teammate that's got an army that can help you out. Like, it has a lot of shields, like a lot of pikes or a lot of spears, which have got really good protection from, like, missiles. So then you can, like, work together and merge your units together. And you can just protect your units whilst, like, with the shields and the pikes, while you can also still be really aggressive. You have those Thracian warriors. But yeah, it looks like Rome's sending his unit up onto the wall. I don't know why. Should just carry on fighting down here. Just let the archers go up there and fight. These Cretan archers can go up here and shoot stuff. Like, I don't think Saba's going to be sending troops up here to deal with archers. I don't think he has the men to. He needs every man he can to stay in this breach and hold against Rome. But yeah, that seems to be going alright. Carthage is now mobilizing his troops and bringing them across this side. That's not a bad idea. Look at this. Sparta is sending troops all the way out here. I don't see why. Like, he's not winning this fight. Sparta does not do well in the field. He would have been better just waiting and just let Arverni come through these breaches or just stand at the bottom of these walls. Like, he's got... Because I think they're going to need the Spartan troops later to deal with Rome, personally. And yeah, these Peltas now are going to get charged by a general. I don't know if they've lost their general. Yeah, Arverni's general is dead. And his units just died even more just there. But, yeah, I don't know why Sparta's just condemning, like, several of his units. Like, he's got a Spartan hoplite over here. He's got Perioikoi. I know Perioikoi aren't great, but still. Don't want to just go and get them killed off. And now Carthage is doing a full sally? Okay. Again, I don't see what's the need. What's the need to go out and sally against Arverni? I don't see what purposes. I mean, in fairness, Egypt and Rome are being so slow. You can go and do whatever you want. But, I mean, I'd be sending more troops over here, just preparing the next lines of defenses, because you can see Saba's already falling back. They're just going to fight probably over this bridge here, which you can, I mean, you can just cross, like, here, I'm pretty sure. And you can certainly cross in a few areas, like this river. Don't need to come across these bridges. I mean, Dacia's barely got anything ready. They should just press Thracia. Not Thracia, Dacia. God, I'm going to get my Dacia and Thracians mixed up today. I can already tell. But yeah, I mean, these Maribor Guard here are holding back an absolute load of troops. I don't know why they don't just stand their ground, Saba, because there are so many units they could just focus down with arrows. Like, this is a blob and a half. This is not a good idea. If you're new to Total War, or you do this in Total War, stop doing it, or don't do it, depending on if you're new, or just do it. Because it's just going to cost you a lot of troops. When a better player will bring archers up, they'll just shoot you down. They'll let one unit like this, like a spear unit like this, Maribor Guard, it's pretty solid. It'll hold the line for a long time. And they'll get some archers up and they'll just shoot all of these legionnaires to pieces. They get a really good angle. They're finished, really. So, yeah, they need to be really careful about doing that. I mean, over here, it looks like Dacia's having a bit more luck. These Thracians are not winning this fight, put it like that. I mean, it is a harder fight. There's looks like Axe Warriors fighting in this fight here. And yeah, they're more sort of... Well, they're a sword unit, put it like that. And they've got a shield, so they're going to be able to contain these Thracians a bit more effectively, I feel, than, like, say, the spears of Dacia. I like how they keep, like, getting their javies and getting them point blank and throwing them at the Dacians. The Thracians. And the Thracians can't do anything. Like I said, I'm going to be mixing up my Thracians and Dacians today. I can just tell it. So I do apologise in advance. But yeah, they've got thrown 3 units in there. Not a great idea. They should be better just, like, put more troops on the towers and flanking around. Like, for instance, here. They could just do it. Or over here. Like, Dacia's already given up a lot at this choke point. More over here. Why don't they just, like, set some more troops off here? They do really well. But yeah, they haven't. So, it happens. Oh, they got Thracian nobles. So, an even better... This is another really good, like, double-sworded unit. It literally looks like the same as the other one, but yeah, these guys are better than the Thracian warriors. They also have a cool, like, breastplate, I guess. And there you go. You can see archers going up now. I don't know why they didn't send another archers earlier, especially since like Thracia's going to need all the support you can get. And well, it looks like the sally is continuing. Like, Arverni is nearly dead. I mean, this is not a bad idea, but I don't know whether it's the greatest idea. Now it looks like Carthage is getting ready to have a pitched battle across this river. Or no, Egypt's actually falling back. So, I mean, well, that's not the worst idea in the world. I mean, Carthage could then swing around, and like threaten the rear, and then Rome and Egypt could get inside and make it basically a defense while they also still attack that side. Some interesting plays, and then we've got some Thracian horsemen here that are going to try and sneak and get some Carthaginian archers because they're all set up here. And they might, you never know, they might get the Carthaginian general if he's still alive, which I think he is. But they've seen it, obviously, as Carthage, and he's going to focus this unit down now with arrows and there's all sorts. Yeah, look at that. I think this is slingers, actually. These are all, like, barrel slingers, yeah. They're all dead. That unit was at, like, 60 men, and it's now all dead. Yeah, they shouldn't have let all those units fire. That's just a waste of ammo. But, oh well. And, yeah, look at that. Rome and Carthage, not Rome and Carthage, Rome and Egypt already preparing for a defense around their choke point here. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why Egypt also attacked on the same area as Rome. Like, they should just have spread out their forces as much as possible, so the defenders couldn't do like what they've done basically. So they couldn't sally, so they couldn't just defend some bridges. If they like attacked, for instance, over here, then that kind of nullifies the bridges because you're already on the right side of the river. Because I'm pretty sure the main cap point is not in that citadel where Arverni's attacking. It's like here. The main cap point's here, which is in a really bizarre position. So if you just like come across this side of the map already, then you don't have to deal with the bridges. Just come across and you can already threaten this pretty early on. I mean, this is a pretty horrible way to come up and attack, though. It's just a 2 choke point, well, nearly 3 choke point way. It's a pretty hard map to attack, as Alexandria Arik chose you. You can see here, look at this. This is going to be some nasty angles here. These slingers, they've not even got Sabine archers. They have slingers, even worse units. And yeah, they're just like shooting into the side of these legionnaires, which is making it a lot easier for like these Maribor Guard here to hold. It's just all you have to do. Flanking fire will do such good damage. So, yeah, well played here by Saba. And the Romans are... well, they should still break through, I think. Like, they've got so many units here. But again, this is blobbing. The Roman player here is doing some serious blobbing, which is just not healthy. He could, in theory, just send a unit in column formation and go and attack the unit back there. He does it just as I say it. He doesn't go into column formation, but he does attack this unit in the rear, which will, make this unit, go to... look, it's already losing slightly. Like, that's what happens when you just do that. And now he's falling back from that attack or something. He's forming column... I mean, he could just sneak through. I mean, you can see Sab's already realised the issue, and he's going to put a caravan guard in this choke point. So the chance is lost. He's taking a little bit too long to do anything. And you can see here, Dacia's come out, and he's fighting outside the choke point. That's a downfall for him. Allows the archers of Thracia to come up and actually have some targets to shoot at. Yeah, these Thracians actually are probably still... having a hard time. I mean, they're fighting units that are same weight as them. Like they're both medium units. I mean, but the Axeroids have shields, so they have a better block chance. I mean, there's another unit waiting inside. I don't know why Dacia doesn't hold here. He's doing okay. Like, I mean, Thracia's just not being a bit unimaginative with his assaults. No offense to the Thracian player, but it's the case. He's not flanking around here like he could. Like, you can surely see what's going on here, because, I mean, the Romans and the Egyptians can probably see down this entire line here. Also, I mean, in fairness to, like, Rome and Egypt, they've only just made a push here. I mean, yeah, Saba's smartly got his caravan guard back. He sent them up and then decided, no, I'm sending them back. And now the river defense begins, this bridge defense here. And Rome is coming in with all his legionaries. And he's not going to stop. Rome's just going to carry on blobbing, it seems. He's going to send one unit after the other. Like, there's no need to send 3 units up here. 1 unit would do just fine. And Egypt's going to follow him. Egypt's going to send in his thorax. Sending more units up does not help take this position. Like, they're losing decisively, yes. But, like, this will be the same case probably with 1 unit. Like, you might as well let your other units behind just rest. Like, these units are all very tired or, like, exhausted. They're getting there anyway. So, like, you might as well just save them from, like, that issue and just, like, let them rest, basically. Yeah, you can see the caravan guard retreating. They're sending up Mascat marauders with silver chevrons. These guys should do better, but not much. It's medium against very heavy. It's not like much of a fair fight. But as you can see, Marib's, look at this, because Marib's been able to hold this. These two units here are wavering because they've been shot to pieces by missiles across the river. And yeah, I mean, they're only just getting surrounded now. I don't know why it's taken so long to surround one unit. I feel like the defenders have been a little bit too, the attackers, sorry, been a little bit slow in what they're going to do. And there you go, surrounded, and they will die pretty damn quickly. Marib Royal Guard gone. But if you're watching this, then I am probably back at uni at this point. I've decided that I'll just record this like a few days before, so there's a video out, and because I'll be busy moving in and doing stuff and settling in, so I've decided to do this in advance. So I'll just let you know that since I'm going back to university, that videos may be a little bit less frequent. They may not be every day because I will have well, work to be getting on with and doing. So just thought I'd let you guys know so you can appreciate why videos may not be as regular. But I will obviously try as much as possible because I enjoy doing videos for you guys, and I know you guys enjoy them. So I'll try as much as possible to get videos out as regular as possible. And here we have some Cretan archers from Sparta going forward to attack these Romans. Again, I don't know why bother. Like, you've got a nice defense ready. Just don't bother sending the archers forward. Just keep them for last-ditch attacks. But it looks like Arvoni is out. We haven't come over in a little while and had a look. But yeah, Arvoni clearly died. When he lost his general, it wasn't going to be much longer till he was finished. Because you can see Carthage is circling around and is going to basically envelop the Egyptians and the Romans. But this seems like a stupid idea. Because look, Egypt's ready. He's just got pikes. Like, he's got Hellenic Royal Guard. He's got Storax swords. He's got all sorts just clustered up here, ready to like go in and deal with it. So I wouldn't even worry about this, like as an as a defend, well, as an attacker. But who is really truly an attacker right now? Because both are being aggressive in their own ways. But yeah, like so. As Carthage, I would just get my army back inside and defend that side, and it makes it just basically impossible for the attackers to like come across this bridge. It's already like 3 armies, or the best part of 3 armies, defending this side of the river. They've already like given it up and given this side of the city over. I would just, if I was an attacker now, also go around and go and like flank here, just so the river becomes null and void. And attack Dacia on the side, while, like, say, Rome and Egypt keeps most of the army occupied. Thracia just needs to come around here, do some attacks. And he could do quite well. He was getting the upper hand over Dacia in some areas. Whether he'll beat, like, these noble swords, I don't know. But he might need some support from, say, I don't know, Egypt. Egypt's got quite a lot of troops. Rome's got a lot of troops. Like, Rome only has to send 1 unit up at a time, and he could probably win this fight. Maybe not against the Spartan hoplites. Maybe we'll need 2, or just send some pikes. In all honesty, you'd probably beat these guys. But what we've got here, Royal Spartans. Yeah, we've got loads of really good Spartan units waiting. And Spartan pikemen back here. So the best pikes in the game, ready and waiting. I mean, yeah, these guys are very tired. So he's clearly sent them out to go and do some fighting, which is just silly. Yeah, they've lost some men. They just like, why send them out in the field? You might as well just not sally out with Sparta. It's like attacking with Sparta. Never a good idea. But again, why just waste the archers? Like, I know they're out of ammo, but like these archers actually got. You want to see if these archers have a purpose first, because like the attackers might shoot them with their archers, and then they're just wasting ammo that they could be using on, say, pikes or on other sword infantry or whatever. But they're wasting on archers that have already used up all their ammo. So that's even better. I mean, I don't even think they have used their ammo, because I can still occasionally they keep getting their bows out. So I'm not sure. Let's see. Have they used all their ammo? Ammunition, it says 15. I don't know if that's entirely true. They might still have ammo, actually. If that's the case, that's quite sad. I don't know. But they've also got 100. Actually, no, they've got 175 kills. I doubt they've got much ammo left if they've got that many kills. But still, I wouldn't. Like I said, you don't want to waste them. And there you go. Rome has actually. I think he's pulled through that, which is a real shame. Rome has done a pull through there. And like Sparta's reacting to it. Best thing he could have done is not react, just hold his line and let something else counter the pull through. Like these Mazgats here were getting ready to counter, so they'd have just surrounded what was the Praetorian Guard that broke through and killed it quite easily. And that's a real shame. As you can see here, Rome's doing the same on this side. He's going to pull through. So yeah, that's not good. Like cavalry, you could possibly get away with it if you can knock the whole unit over. But like here, for instance, This is just, like, you can't pull through the hoplite formation, and it's now turning into a huge bridge battle on this river, and it looks awesome, in fairness. But, yeah, kind of come at like a really bad time. I don't know really what happened. I don't know if the Rome player just disconnected or something, because he sent all of his army in. Yeah, I think he might have disconnected because... Or he's just played it really poorly and just thought, let's just send everything in. I don't know. But yeah, Rome has like got everything just like committed in here. And this is a pretty damn insane bridge battle. The general, yeah, I have a feeling that like he's probably disconnected because the general has gone in. And I don't think you send a general in this quickly. Especially when these units here aren't doing anything. They're not being aggressive. Like if it was the AI, like everything would be being aggressive for Rome. That's just how the AI plays. It just doesn't do anything half-heartedly. It's either aggressive or, well, nothing, to be honest. It only knows aggressive. Even if it's defending, it'll come at you. Yeah, I have a feeling this Rome player has kind of given up. He's already realised that this is going to be a pretty hard bridge assault, and that now is the time just to rack up kills with your archers if you're a defender. You see these Praetorians are like stuck in the middle of the combat. They're trying to pull through. Never a good idea. Just don't. Like, Rome doesn't... Of all factions, Rome is one that should never have to feel like it's going to pull through. Most of its swords will beat anything in combat. If it's left to its devices, they'll just break through. Unless, like, archers are supporting, they'll, like the defenders. Rome would have won all these combats, probably. Obviously, like, you'd have still lost men. Like, it's not expected not to, but, yeah, he shouldn't have had to do that. It's very frustrating as a player who tries to play as genuine as possible, seeing like people cheat like that. That's why I'm talking about it so much as well. Along with it just being an absolute grind, so what's there to comment on? Yeah, these Spartans are going deep into their enemy formation, and there's so many Spartans. I mean, Sparta shouldn't have reacted. The defenders shouldn't have reacted to do the same either. They should have just like left as few troops in there as possible. Oh, what's that artillery fire? Is that the Dacian? Yeah, it is. The Dacian Bastion Ballista has turned itself around and is focusing down into there. Yeah, you can see the Roman generals falling back. Realize he shouldn't have sent them in. And that's smart. You don't want your generals to go and die now. And here's a shot coming. Look at this. Where's that going to land? That's going to hit their own troops. Oh no, it's going to land short. Well, that's probably actually better. I can see there's a there's a ballista here for the attackers. That's also shooting in here. That should just be shooting like Royal Spartans back here, hitting all the reserves. I mean, you could shoot in here as well. It looks amazing, does this? Just see the individual duels going on. Any like front line is sort of broken up. It looks amazing. Very Hollywood-like. See the dust being kicked up by all these troops. The banners of Rome rising high. It's like rallying their troops, telling them to keep going forward. And you can see Sparta is losing this fight. Sparta being aggressive is going to lose this fight on the bridge. There's just no way to get around it. Like Spartan hoplites losing here. I mean, they are fighting Praetorians with like double silver chevrons, but I mean, if they just stood their ground and let the Mazgat troops come up and surround any of those pushing through troops, they would have won, or they would be doing a lot better anyway. They wouldn't be necessarily winning. Over on the other side, it looks like Thracia has decided to do his assault as well. It looks like the noble swords are holding their ground quite well. They've lost actually no men. I don't know how long this fight's been going on, but we've got some hoplites in here for the Thracians, along with I presume some more of those Falksmen. It's never too fast. And actually, no, I don't think there is. These are all hoplites. I was about to say, it's you're never too far away from a Falksman if you're playing as the Etruscan Kingdom. And lots of breaking units here. The legionaries starting to waver. That's good. Praetorian Guard here still getting pretty beaten up. Really good angle here from the Sabine archers and the slingers. And he's just focusing down into the flanks. That's good. Pikes coming up. That's a good time. It's a good time to bring them up. It's a huge blob, very hard to hit, and they'll force back these guys. But really, I don't know why they've just got such a huge blob here. There's no need. And then Carthage is coming round. Carthage is now threatening the rear of Thracia. And Thracia's desperately trying to take this wall so he can nullify it and bring it back under his control. But you can see these mercenary Iberians are on the wall. They're going to try and help claim the wall or the gate for his troops outside the wall. So that's a good idea. I mean, there's also just like, it can come through the breach here. It doesn't look like Thracia even wants to bother defending it. He can just go up this street here and go and flank around all the adjacent kingdom. And Rome and Egypt are going to have to turn some troops around because, well, they can't just let the adjacent kingdom get killed off because then it's a 4v2 at that point. And they can just hold this huge line forever, can the defenders. Even if they're going to form testudo like that en masse. Look at that. As they pull away, you can see all the troops underneath that are dead. And the pikes are now coming forward and they're just poking away, pushing back these caravan guard. Yeah, the pikes will certainly help, but like I said, they're going to need, Egypt needs to send over like his elite troops. He's got thorax swords here. Has he only got Galatian Royal Guard or something like that? He's got more Hellenic Royal Guard, thorax swords. You might as well send them around. It doesn't look like Carthage is interested in this choke point, and he's got no cavalry, so you could see him coming. I'd get down here and help out the adjacent kingdom. Like, all of those spare Egyptians might be able to stop Carthage. And that'll be a huge win. Carthage's army's in touch, basically. You see the hoplites down here still pushing through. Or trying to anyway. Their spears, though. Spears on the aggressive is just never a good idea. You can see there is some Falksmen down here now, so that's good to see. Just knocking them back. Yeah, they're going to try and get through. I mean, you could definitely get a column formation going down here. But, yeah, they're losing. You can see they're just getting shot at constantly by, like, the Dacian heavy bows. I mean, that's a really good bow unit. I do like them. Very frustrating to see them in combat, like, on the opposing side. Such a good unit. And they're actually, yeah, they're better than they look, put it like that. And they seem to don't want to die quite easy from missile blocks. I mean, they are heavy bows, apparently. Even though it's a light missile unit, it's a heavy bowman unit. Apparently. That's what it's called. But yeah, if I was Sparta as well, I'd be sending in my own pikes. Yeah, he has got them in there. Good. So the pikes of Sparta are now here to face the pikes of Egypt. Sparta probably will win that because his pikes are the best in the game. Look at that poor Spartan there. He's like, no, I'm dead. I was poked to death. And they're still fighting hard. I mean, I'll give them that. Rome is deciding to do a plan B. He's like, well, that bridge isn't helping. I'm going to let Egypt just do it. And Egypt's going to blob on that bridge still. Like, look how many they made a fair amount of like headway with the help of a pull through. But there's definitely probably more legionary dead bodies down there than Spartans, I would say. And I mean, this is a huge blob of Spartans. I just shoot this to pieces with, yeah, the Cretan bows. Yeah, they've got them on the wall here. Look at these Rhodian slingers. These Rhodian slingers have probably got an absolutely amazing view of the battlefield there. They can just shoot down there, and they are shooting into all of that there. They cannot miss. I mean, they definitely can, but, like, I mean, I definitely couldn't hit someone with a sling at that range. But they're trained, so they should be able to hit, and they won't miss. Otherwise, they don't get paid. And, okay, I just realized that Carthage has Spartan hoplites. So, Carthage has cheated. That's just kind of ruined the game. By bringing in Spartan hoplites as Carthage. You've got an ally playing as Sparta, and you decide, yeah, I'll bring more Spartan hoplites. I just won't bring any of my own good troops that I have as this faction. So yeah, that's annoying. I hate it when people glitch in units. Just play as that faction if you want to play it. Like, come on. There's no need to do that. Also, like, that's part of the whole game. Like, you're supposed to have a balanced roster, so you're strong in some areas and weak in others. That's the whole joy of the game. If you find, like, joy from cheating and bringing in glitched units, then You got something wrong with you. I'm just gonna, just the best way I can put it. I don't find it very fun to watch or to play as. If I glitched in units and went like I was playing as Rome and then decided I'm going to glitch in a load of Spartan units, so like Rome has the best swords and the best pikes and the best spears and the best pikes. Sorry. Then what's the enjoyment? You're just going to beat everyone, and you might as well just turn off your PC. But it looks like Carthage is inside the walls now. He's been allowed inside. I mean, the Galatian Royal Guard here is getting some really nice volleys into the back of this mercenary Samnite warrior unit. They can just carry on doing that. You can see all the people dead with javies in their backs. And they're actually going to turn around and attack, which is not a bad idea. The pikes here as well, they're just like... They need to sort their formation out so they can deal with these Galatian Royal Guard. Rome is now coming over here to deal with Carthage. Whether that was the smartest idea, I don't know. There's still a lot of defenders at this bridge here, but they are actually thinning them out. These pikes are getting focused down. Look at that. There's still one on that side, but they're both pretty weak. And yeah, Egypt might take this bridge. It's a might. I couldn't say entirely, but it looks a really, really nice fight. All the pikes just fighting in a very Hellenic fight going on now. The guy asking, has anyone seen the standard recently? No. I've been too busy on trying to survive, mate. That would be my response. Like, unless you are the standard bearer, or you're a Roman, who gives a damn about the standard? Like, come on. You don't really... If you're like a Dacian, you don't really care if your standard bearer goes down. You're going to carry on fighting. Maybe if you're a Roman, you care about if you lost your standard. Actually, you definitely did. You got decimated if you lost your legion. Your legion's standard. And there you go. They pushed through it again, did the unit, and then, yeah, I mean, the noble swords kind of pulled off to one side. And the Romans kind of pulled through the remains of the unit. So, I mean, that's kind of a dicey move. But yeah, I get that noble sword just keep running out of there. But it's going to lose so many men. That's definitely not 140 men there. So yeah, there are like all traps in here. Which is a real shame. But yeah, I mean, Rome just needs to put column formations down here. Why is he not column formations surround these guys? I mean, like, these Dacians are going to be running out of ammo. And they've only got one left. Dacians actually got a lot still in the cap point. Jeez, they're just ready. Here is a Sparta, here is a Sparta. I mean, they're running low, the defenders. They are actually running low, but... They still got that whole Carthaginian army over here that's threatening. It's interesting. Like, the attackers have become defenders, and the defenders are also becoming attackers. So it's nice to see. I think that's like the last Rome 2 siege I did. That's kind of how, like, the roles got reversed a bit. It is quite nice to see. These Thorax should really beat the Samnites. They're not that great. The Samnites are kind of, again, like a shock unit. They're really good on their charge bonus, but after that, they're not that good. Well, they're okay, but they're just not great. But then again, Thorax swords, as I always say, are the most unreliable unit in the game. They do really well or really badly. And those noble fighters there, actually, are these... Oh, yeah, they are Samnite warriors, and then this is a noble fire unit. These noble fighters will probably win in their fight. They could probably take a couple of Thorax swords on with them. Like, maybe 3 units of Thorax swords before you kill that noble fire, possibly. If you're lucky. If you don't, if you surround the noble fire, then it'll die just like any other unit. But if you take it head on, this noble fire unit will take down quite a lot of guys with it. What are they bringing in now? Oh, those Spartan hoplites that they got loaned to them. Yes, we won't speak about them again. But Carthage is starting to sort of solidify his position here. He's got pikes set up in streets, so Rome can't really attack. And he's also starting to attack the rear of the Egyptian forces. Not a bad idea. I just send up the pikes here and like either send them this way, or you just send like them up here and you put another unit around to defend this flank here. But I mean, the Romans have really broken through this defense here. That's a good thing. I mean, I don't know how much pull-throughs they did, but they're doing fine. I mean, as I said, you can just come across the river anyway. So I mean, I don't know why they've been fighting over the bridge so much. There's literally other viable ways to come across this river. And now we have fighting in the river. It's just fighting going on everywhere. Outside the walls, inside the walls, in the river. Men are losing their heads. I'm sure the fish appreciate this. It's like, oh yeah, just don't mind us. Just carry on having a a battle in our river, pollute it with blood and heads. These barely slingers anyway have got a really good shot into the back of these legionaries, and they're breaking them like that. 61 men gone. Could need every man you can get, and yeah, they're flanking on quite well. These noble swords will probably actually rip to shreds these legionaries anyway. They're really good units. Remind me of the noble fighters of Carthage. And talk about his noble fighters. The general is now supporting the noble fighters with some rear charges, a bit of hammer and anvil going on here. And the noble fighters are actually getting in behind and they're surrounding these thorax swords. They're back to back now, the units, trying to hold this breach. Not really holding it anymore. Just trying to survive. And here are the the Spartan hoplites. Oh, I'm not going to look at that actually. You know, that's just disgusting. And they've actually nearly broken through on the bridge. They're doing a really good job here with Egypt. I mean, like, credit to him, he's actually going to have succeeded in doing what he wanted to do. But at what a cost. Look at all the men. This is kind of horrifying. All of these men. That is definitely a lot more Romans, I can see, than, like, Spartans or Sabaeans. It just looks horrific. Horrific. And it looks like there's a big fallback going on. Rome looks like he's got across here somehow. Oh, yeah, I guess he just came across the river. Possibly. Oh, yeah, he probably just came across the river. Oh, no, I don't know how he's done this then, actually. I'm guessing he's... I'm going to say he's possibly pulled through, because once you've done a one pull through, I'm sorry, but I'll be suspicious. But yeah, he's like, his Romans are all the way like over here. I don't know how he's managed that. Like, there's... May have got around here, but then he would have attacked that unit first. Yeah, I can see the Praetorians are pulling through. They're actually morphing through the wall of that bridge. So they're defying physics right now. But yeah, look at all the Romans that are being held up by 2 units of noble swords. They don't even need to be like stood next to each other. You could have one that flanks round. And now Carthage is coming to the rescue. What's he setting up? Setting up his Libyan infantry in literally dribs and drabs. These guys are like, God knows where. And he's surrounding this Galatian Royal Guard as well. That's really nice. Oh, it's stuck between, it really is stuck between a hard spot and a rock and a hard spot. It's got pikes on one side and Libyan infantry on the other. And these guys aren't getting out of here alive. These guys are getting cut down to the last man. Cut down to the last man. And there they go, they break. And that's another unit gone for Egypt. And Rome's starting to break. I don't know if Rome's got a general left, actually. Rome doesn't have a general left. I don't think any... Oh, no, Egypt has his general. Yeah, Rome has no general, which is no surprise. He's been pretty risky with him. But, yeah, who knows? Who knows where he died, to be honest? I have no idea, to be honest. Egypt's the only one left with an army, a sizable army, and a general. And we're going to have a bit of a pike off here by the sounds of it. Looks like these Hellenic Royal Guard are going to try and risk their lives against the African pikemen. They've already fought one lot of pikes in the Spartan pikes today. They rate their chances, or maybe not. They're retreating. But yeah, look at this. Looks awesome. There's a standoff now going on. And, well, yeah, it's kind of a stand. I mean, in fairness, they can now just be really aggressive here, and Egypt's going to get caught again in another hard spot. He's got pikes on one side, and he's got the Dacians and the remains of Sparta on the other. I mean, actually, I thought that was Rome's general for a moment, but it's not, it's Dacia's general. I mean, Rome's about to go as well. It's been a hard-fought battle. I mean, the defenders definitely did some interesting tactics of their own, certainly like dealing with Arverni. A good way, I mean, to deal with Arverni. Made it a 4v3 really quickly. But yeah, certainly the attackers, I think, like, were a bit, like, just a bit too aggressive. Like, they wanted to send, like, 5 or 6 units up here, up this bridge, just to try and break through one unit. And it's just not a good idea. It costs you so many men, and you tire out men unnecessarily. They also should have, like, stretched out the enemy more. Like, they should come across this bridge here, or just come across the river, like, on the crossings. And just come in a solid round here. They could already threaten this final spot. Like, Rome and Egypt had enough troops that they could, like, could do that across these 2 bridges. They could like hold a lot of the attackers, or the defenders, sorry, in place. While Thracia could have gone around. I mean, obviously they were kind of a race against time because Carthage was coming, but it wasn't going to be too difficult, I didn't think. Carthage spent so much time out of the battle. Like Rome and Egypt could have just taken the battle really in in their own hands and just gone on and basically just like routed. Like Saba's like no match to Rome or to Egypt, and Dacia like can be overwhelmed quite easily. And you can see here there's a chain route going on by Egypt because all his men are getting surrounded. And look at that! Wow, that is a big chain route. And yeah, it looks like we've got seconds left now. It looks like the battle is basically over. So well done to the defenders. No surrender by Sparta and his allies. So I mean, yeah, he's done a really good job here. And yeah, these heroes of Sparta are going to mop up all the retreating troops, get some kills themselves, some honest kills. Like that's just how you. They don't count. They don't count as kills. Sparta. I'm joking. Of course, you get as many kills as possible. And these Spartan hoplites here of Carthage, you know, just holding up, being held up by some Hellenic Royal Guard. That's the only bit of a downside the defenders have got, really. So they had to glitch in a unit of Spartan hoplites for some reason, which they really didn't have to. Like, just bring, I don't know, more Libyan infantry or some noble swords. Because I'm pretty sure they're certainly bring Libyan infantry because they're just as good. Oh, like just as good in price as the Spartan hoplites. But we'll have a look at the end results because it was a costly victory for the defenders. So well done to them. Yeah, actually, yeah, one of the few things they shouldn't have done was sally out with those periodically spears. Just, you know, a really weird idea. Kind of cost them a few units they didn't need to lose. But yeah, we'll have a look at the defenders first. So Anzac Warspite sent this in. He was playing as Sparta, so we'll have a look at his end results. His general getting 68 kills, and his heroes of Sparta getting 122. They were definitely just killing routing troops at the end, but that's fair enough. His Royal Spartans only getting 73 kills. Wow, these guys just got annihilated. I think it's because he was being aggressive on the bridge, so like he was being aggressive. His spears just got overwhelmed by swords. He really should have just held a hoplite line with pikes and he'd been fine. His Spartan hoplites, yeah, again, I think the best getting like 78 kills. I think the best one is. So yeah, again, they like should have just held the line and just been like stayed in a hoplite wall. And he also sent some troops out to like go and attack Arverni, which is just not a good idea. Yeah, it's Periodico here only getting 77. His archers did very well, getting 178. His peltas got 145, which is good, and his pikes got 245. Sorry, and his pikes got 220. So they did well. His cavalry wasn't probably worth bringing, but it's obviously like there to be an issue of like to Arverni. But yeah, it did quite well. And then we got Darsman here, who was playing as Getae. He'd got 136 kills with his noble swords, and they like lost no men, so they did really well, I think. And they weren't killing routing men, I'm pretty sure. I saw them in combat. His noble horse getting 341 kills, and his spear horseman getting 297. Wow, they did really well. So well done to Darsman on his cavalry. His bowmen getting 175, they did really well. His axe warriors getting 181, 194, they did excellent. His noble swords getting 338. Wow, these guys are nasty. You do not want to face these guys on the battlefield. Getae has some really good swords. Yeah, they all got like into the hundreds, so they did really well. And his spear's getting 49 kills. So well done to Darsman. Then we have Romper, who's playing as Saba, bringing a lot of mercenary Mazgat marauders. Not a bad idea. They're not like an awful unit, and he's really chevron them up. They got 164 was the best unit, I think. Then we have the Marib Royal Guard here, 141. That's not too shabby. And then we have like his archers and slingers did okay. They seem to be getting some good angles, but they're just not that great, so they didn't get many kills, I guess. 84 being the best, and his cavalry, like his general here, only getting 8 kills, and he like died quite early on in the battle. So I'm surprised Saba like lasted as long as he did, really. And then we have the 06th, who's playing as Carthage. His general getting 227 kills is not too shabby at all, and his Carthaginian cavalry getting 122. His slingers getting 269 kills. Wow, they did really well. His archers, his Cretan archers getting 231. Like all of them did insanely well. African pikemen here getting 157, 146, 140, 401 for his Libyan infantry. Wow. And then his noble fighters getting 293, and then his mercenary Samnite warriors getting 159. So they did really well. Even his Italians did well. And then he brought those Spartan hoplites, which is the only thing that's kind of ruined it. He got over 3,000 kills, as did Darsman, in fairness. So yeah, they both did really well. Then we have, we'll look at the attackers. We have Bray 262, who's playing as the Adrissian Kingdom. He got 105 kills with his general. His hoplites got 100 kills, the best one. His veteran hoplites getting 53 kills. These guys just did not seem to stand a chance. They would have been better just holding against Carthage and who's coming around the back instead of being aggressive and attacking. Then his Thracian nobles getting 106 kills, and his Thracian warriors the best getting 182 in fact, that's the best one. But yeah, it is a really rough game to play as a Drifting Kingdom. You need to be helped by someone else if you're going to do well. Like someone like Rome or Egypt would have really helped the Drifting Kingdom if they worked together. Instead of Rome and Egypt working together, Egypt should have helped out a Drifting Kingdom or something like that. Then we have a fascist hippie who was playing as Arverni. He got his noble horse getting 98 kills, not too bad. His archers obviously got run down. He had a really rough game, obviously, and wasn't in it very long. His Celtic warriors only getting 72 kills. His chosen swords getting 163. His Oathsworn getting no kills because they got run down by cavalry and all sorts of other stuff. So he was unfortunate. Yeah, he had a really unfortunate game. So yeah, I feel for him. Then we have Bigus, who was playing as Rome, and just spammed out the legionaries and Praetorian Guard. His best legionaries, I think, getting 203 kills. Blobbing up is the only thing I'd say Bigus did wrong. And possibly not stretching out his attack. He should have really not worked with Egypt. He should have stretched out and attacked somewhere else. Just to stretch those defenders a little bit more. His Praetorians getting 227 kills, which is not too bad for them. Definitely could expect him to do better. And then we have Haji, who's playing as Egypt. His general getting 89 kills. His archers doing quite well, getting 194. And his Rhodian slingers getting 281. They had a really good angle, as we saw. They did really well. His Galatian Royal Guard only getting 93 kills. His pikes getting 322 and 283. They did excellent. And then his thorax swords getting 231. So they did pretty damn well as well. But like I said, they are really unreliable. Some get 19, some get over 200 kills. What is that in between? It's so mad. But yeah, anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this Rome 2 series, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and leave a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, bye for now.